As you can see, this place is pretty much unchanged from the Cold War. This is... Here in beautiful Colorado, one man is already thinking about the end of the world. Professor Brian Toon is an atmospheric scientist and an expert on nuclear winter. Brian, level with me. How likely is an all-out nuclear war, and should I be finding a bunker right now?
You never know for sure, because that's one of the real terrifying things here, is that one person in the United States and one person in Russia could decide all by themselves to have a nuclear conflict.
How many nukes are there around the world? Who has them?
There are about 14,000 nuclear weapons in the world. More than 1,000 of them are held by Britain, France, India, Pakistan, Israel, and China. Each of those countries has 200 or 300. Then Russia and the United States have 90% of the missiles.
So the lesson is everyone has nukes now. But what exactly happens when these bombs go off?
If you're knocking over concrete buildings, you're going to blow people to pieces. So there's a range of going out from distance in which you die from the blast wave tearing you to pieces, the radiation burning you up, the light wave burning you or catching you on fire.
What happens when day one, a week later, a year later, what are we looking at?
Well, when a nuclear weapon explodes, it sends out a burst of light. It's like bringing a piece of the sun, which is nuclear explosions happening, down to the earth. And that burst of light catches everything around it on fire.
That fire sends huge amounts of smoke into the stratosphere. But because it doesn't rain up there, it takes years for that smoke to clear, creating a nuclear winter.
Blocks sunlight from reaching the ground.
Alright, Shalom. I want to start by saying Barak the Yahawah, Barak the Yahawashi, Barak the Yahawah, Barak the Yahawashi, Barak the Yahawah, Barak the Yahawashi, Ka Halam La Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Kwakodash, and also double honor to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, and Shalom, two sincere brothers out there, wishing truth in the name of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Kwakodash. Alright, and Shalom to you, few sisters. So I'm back again with another lesson, and this lesson right here is gonna be a I'm gonna try to make quick as possible. Once I'm done, I'm gonna leave this video in a link, below the, where I'm gonna upload this video. I'm gonna upload this video on my 2-page, GMS Australia 144, and also GMS Down Under Australia. All right. So I think GMS my main page, which is GMS Australia 144. I think is back on today. It was suspended for 2 weeks. I think it should be back on. So I'm gonna put the video both ways. So what I was trying to do is go into this video. It says inside the doomsday banks for the super rich, the elite, or the super rich there is out there. But we know the elite is gonna be with the super rich that is shown, which are showing their faces right now. But I wanna just go back for a little bit, show you something. Even the scriptures, it backs it up a little bit. All right, let's try go back to right here real quick. Let's see if I can find it. No 34. Right there, and see. And this what they're talking about. It goes to the scriptures, man. When you go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, and verse Isaiah chapter 34, verse 4, it says, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, okay, and heaven shall be rolled together as scroll, and their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. Verse 5, my soul shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which is, when Idumea is the so-called white people today, starting with the super rich, the super rich families. And on top of that, you got the elite man who's controlling everything happening right now. Okay, who's going to be hiding his bunkers upon the people of my curse to judgment. Okay, that's them. Verse 6, the sword of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi hath a sacrifice in Bozrah and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And today, that's America, okay? All right, the fatness of it's like the fatness, and blood of lambs and goats, of fattened kidneys and rams. All right, that represents people living in our land of America. So the land of America is nothing but a what? An altar, man. Okay, that's the altar right there. And it's gonna be a lot of people dying over there once them nukes, are being sent forth, man, to that lands. Okay, which is what they're about to show in this video right here. It's gonna be a lot of people dying, and Yahawashi is gonna bring that forth, man. It's gonna bring forth. Okay, it's gonna happen in the eyes of these people living outside America. They're gonna see it. Okay, the government of America is gonna be thrown down, man. Okay, when it says all the hosts of it's like all the hosts of heavens share of heaven. It's like all the hosts of heaven, the armies and all that is gonna be all brought down. All right, the government, all that. Because when you go to the book of Revelation, right? What is it? Revelation 12. Revelation 12 and 12, and you go down, and you go to verse 7, and there was war in heaven, okay? Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and we know what the dragon today represents, right? Talking about America and its allies combined together, which is NATO, and they make up to become, the dragons, which America, okay, it's a part of EU and part of NATO as well. Okay, the 10 horns is part of the 10 horns is part of NATO as well. Okay, and the dragon fought and his angels. The dragon represents America today, and we know back in days the dragon represented who? The Roman Empire. America today is the Roman Empire, the reborn of Roman Empire. Okay, so American's army, the jets know that they're gonna be up in heavens. Okay, up in skies know that fighting against who? Michael and his angels. They're gonna have that war happening, man. When you go to the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 13, it goes into that, man. And the war they're gonna be happening. So that's why, when you go Isaiah 34, we're reading from when it says for my soul it's like it says here, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll. So the kingdom of Esau is going to be rolled together as a scroll. Once the mist is here, okay, it's going to be rolled together as a scroll, like a mushroom cloud, and the hosts shall fall down, okay. All right, all them jets, the government, all that, it's gonna be put down, and the leaf, it's like as the leaf fell off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree, man. Okay, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, the sword of Yahawashi. It's gonna be those nukes, all right, the nuclear weapon, okay, that they have made. Yahawashi is gonna make them use them against America, okay, known as Babylon in the Bible, Bozrah, Assyria, the modern Egypt, Sodom and Gomorrah, okay, upon the people of my curse to judgment, who are Edomites. And the sword of the Yahawah is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with fat of kidneys of rams, representing people for Yahawah shall have sacrifice in Bozrah. Those people who are going to be sacrificed for this going to be who? People, all right? Edomites, any other nations who's going to be over there, 2/3 of our people, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, which is America. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and play the video.
So the lesson is everyone has nukes now, but what exactly happens when these bombs go off?
If you're knocking over concrete buildings, you're going to blow people to pieces. So there's a range of going out from distance in which you die from the blast wave tearing you to pieces, the radiation burning you up, the light wave burning you or catching you on fire.
What happens when day one, a week later, a year later, what are we looking at?
Well, when a nuclear weapon explodes, it sends out a burst of light. It's like bringing a piece of the sun, which is nuclear explosions happening, down to the earth. And that burst of light catches everything around it on fire.
That fire sends huge amounts of smoke into the stratosphere, But because it doesn't rain up there, it takes years for that smoke to clear, creating a nuclear winter.
Blocks sunlight from reaching the ground, which of course makes it cool off. It gets cold at the ground. And people expect that about 90% of the global...
Now, okay, let's read verse 7, Isaiah 34:7. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. Okay, let's go ahead and read this in the NLT real quick. It says right here, right? Even man strong. It's like even men as strong as wild oaks will die. The young men alongside the veterans. The land will be soaked with blood, and the soil enriched with fat, man. That's how America's gonna be left like that, all right? The strongest out of the mighty men, they're gonna be brought down. Okay, you know, there's a scripture in the 16th chapter goes into, man. All right, Second Ezra. Hold on, I'll have to get that real quick. Second Ezra, chapter 16. Okay, I'll just get to the point real quick. Second verse. What is this right here? Just bear with me. Let me see. I know Second Ezra. Just not too sure if it's the 16th chapter or the 15th chapter. Let me see. I know she died in war. Okay. Whoa. No, that one's not that one. Oh, it's number 2, man. Nope, it's not that one. Nope, it's not that. Second Ezra. Okay, I think it's Second Ezra chapter 16 verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars. Okay, you see, beginning of wars. The power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Right. So in the world, right, this is right here is gonna be is what's gonna take a part, man. Okay, of wars. The beginning of wars is gonna be crazy. Okay. Jump to Second Ezra chapter 16 verse 34, which you was looking for. In wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Right. So when you come back here, Isaiah 34:7, the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. Okay. Now, when you read it in 2, I read before, it says, right? Even man as strong as wild ox would die. The young man alongside the veterans, the land will be soaked with blood, and the soil and rich with fire of blood, man. All right. So verse 8, for it is the day of Yahawah, Bashim Yasha is vengeance, the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion, man. Okay. Now, it's gonna be that year when Yahweh Bashim Yasha is gonna revenge for Israel, man. When you go to NLT, for it is the day of Yahawah Bashim Yasha's revenge, the year when Edom will be paid back for all it did to Israel. That's what's coming. That's what it's gonna be like, this, man.
The whole population will die from starvation because there won't be anything to eat.
The more I thought about nuclear winter...
And that's what I just read here, 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 34. In wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish with famine. Okay?
The more terrified I...
You know, because once America gets hit by nukes, there's nobody left behind, man. Okay? There's nobody is going to be left behind. The whole country is going to be destroyed, wiped out. They're going to die of fire. Okay, that's the, what is it, second, when you go to the book of Revelation, let's see which one it is, let me see. Because the second death is by fire, man. It ain't by, we know the first death by what? It was by flood. But this death, this right here is going to be by fire. Let's see, it might be 20 second. Revelation chapter 20. Chapter 20, verse 14. And death and hell shall cast into the lake of fire. This is second death, man. Okay, that's where you non-believers of our people you're gonna be finding. Okay, the second death, which is by fire. All right. And verse 15, and whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire, which is second death, which is by that fire. All right. There's another one. Revelation chapter 21, verse 8. But the faithful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers, sorcerers, idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death, and that's what's gonna cause the whole fire. It's gonna be what the nukes, the missiles, and on top of that, you're gonna have the chariots causing more fire, man. They're gonna be adding fire onto our fire, man. All right, so you're gonna be finding yourself in a burning with fire and brimstone. That's the nukes, man. All right.
Came. I needed a plan to survive the nuclear apocalypse before the world went to hell. So where do you go when you want to get off the grid? Kansas.
So this is what these super rich are gonna be in, and this is scriptural, man. Okay, let's go to the book of Amos, chapter 9. This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 1. I'm gonna start from verse 1 real quick. All right. It says, I saw Yahawah. It's like I saw Yahawashi standing by the altar. We know that what the altar is, America, right? Okay, and even Israel, because Israel is gonna be destroyed off. They know part of Israel is gonna be left off, man. And I saw the Lord standing by the altar, especially America, and He said, "Struck the doorposts, that the thresholds might shake, and break them on the heads of them all. I will slay the last of them which with the sword." Okay, he who flees from them shall not get away. You see, and he who escapes from them shall not be delivered. You see. Okay, that's how it's gonna be, man. All right, it's gonna be like that over there in North America. Again, the thresholds is talking about what the strongest parts of their house. It was the strongest part of the Esau's government, which is America, is gonna be taken down. Okay. That's what's gonna be taken down. Okay, once the doorposts are broken down, what is that? Hey, that's you enter. the missile is gonna enter through easily. And nothing's gonna try to stop them. And we know Yahawashi is in the midst of them, you see? So that's the whole power of Esau being taken down, man. Okay, the whole power of Esau is gonna be taken down. And nothing gonna be in the middle of it, man. Let's read that one more time. Let's go ahead and read this in our NLT or something. It says, then I saw a vision of the Lord standing beside the altar. He said, strike the tops of the temple columns so that the foundation will be shaken. Okay? The foundation of Babylon, the foundation of these elites, which is America, man. That's the strength of the elites. Bring down the roof on the heads of the people below, man. I will kill them. Or it's like I'll kill with the sword those who survive. No one will escape. Is in there's in the same book. When you go to the book of Amos 5, let's get to it real quick, man. Because these people think Yahawashi is playing with him. Nah, man. Amos chapter 5 verse 19. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. You see? She know the day of Yahawashi shall be darkness and no light, even very dark and no brightness in it, man. So that's how it's gonna be. You escape one thing, but there's another thing ahead of you. So you ain't escaping nothing, man. You're gonna escape famine, you're gonna escape, sword, you're gonna escape, whatever there is out there, diseases. You're not gonna escape the nukes, man. And the ones who escape nukes, we got something for you. Yahawashi got something for you. But before I go over there, let's go here, right? This is Jeremiah chapter 16. You know what? Let me see. Alright, I'll come down with part 2. Let me play something real quick right here, and we'll go to part 2.
Here in the heartland of rural Kansas, one man is offering millionaire preppers a high-tech way to avoid the apocalypse.
And we know the apocalypse is coming to America, man. We know this is going to happen to America. And that's why there's people here, they're preparing themselves because they know it's coming. They do know. So, hey, Shalom. So I'm coming back with part 2. Okay, I'm trying to make it, no more than 20 minutes video. So I'll come with part 2 to this, right? All right, Shalom.